Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dwayne McAllister, and this is My 3 Cents. Thanks. So here on My 3 Cents, I like to have a conversation with all of you about movies and sometimes TV shows, but mostly about movies that are coming out or they might be out already. So with that being said, we're about to start our conversation. But before we do start our conversation, I just want to ask a quick favor from all of you. If you can do all the great stuff like comment, subscribe, share, it would be really appreciated from me. All right, so let's get to our conversation. Thanks. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be watching a trailer for a movie that's coming up. So we're going to talk about a movie that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, and it's been starting to get a lot more buzz. I've known about it for a while and I've been holding off. I've been avoiding trailers and things of that sort because I want to have an authentic reaction. I did see maybe about like the first, I'll say 20 seconds of it, I think, something like that. And something hit real hard. And I said, nope, I got to cut this off right now. And I want to save this for this channel and all to share with all of you. So we're going to look at the trailer for the new movie coming out called Weapons. Weapons is a horror movie, and it's going to be coming out on August 8th. So what is this movie about? So the premise of the story is that one day after going to school, a student finds out that all of their classmates got up in the middle of the night, and all at the same time they left without a trace. And now the community for this town is trying to figure out how and why this happened. So this is a horror movie. This movie is going to be rated R, and it stars Josh Brolin, who a lot of people, if nothing else, know him for playing the role of Thanos in the Marvel movies. And alongside him is going to be the actress Julia Garner, and she, at least for me, she's mostly known for playing her role as Ruth in the Netflix series Ozark, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, great show. It stars Jason Bateman, and it's a slow burn. It's a slow moving drama, but man, it is good. I need to watch it again actually because it's been a while. But right now we're going to get ready to watch this trailer, and we're going to see what it is that we're about to get into.
This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And do you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
Matthew, where are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
Wow. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, so that movie looks like it's gonna be pretty wild. I don't know where to start with this. So, looking at the trailer, so first of all, when I was watching the trailer the first time, and I told you I had to cut it off because I wanted to see the trailer in full with all of you. The first time I saw it, I stopped at the part where it talked about how she walked into the classroom and all the students were gone. At that point, I was like, okay, this is weird. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because, oh man. So first of all, it said that, you know, whatever young child this was, it sounded like a girl, but it could have been a young boy. I don't know. But whoever this kid was, they said that this is a true story. Now, I think that that's just for the movie. I don't think that this stuff really happened in real life. I would have to look into the background of it to see where the story comes from and what way are they referencing this being a true story. But I really believe that's true from the perspective of the character in this movie. Now, with that being said, I believe it's 100% or at least like 90% fictional, because sometimes these type of stories or whatever, like different movies, they have different reasons that the story itself came to be. Just like Freddy Krueger is based off some real life events. It has something to do with, I don't remember all the details, but it was something to do with randomly people in Japan were dying in their sleep. And I forget when this was, but this was a while back. So in Japan, there was a case where people were falling asleep and then dying in their sleep, and it was unexplainable. Somebody found out about that, and whoever wrote Nightmare on Elm Street, it's because they heard about the story of the condition that was happening in Japan, and it sparked the character Freddy Krueger. So that's why I say that this might be maybe 90% fiction, something like that, 95% fiction. As I was watching it, I was getting different vibes from different movies. It seemed like it was, let me kind of scan through it a little bit again. Let's see. So as we look through this, I kind of was thinking a couple different things. So it says it's from the director of Barbarian. That concerns me a little bit. I know a lot of people loved Barbarian. They thought it was a crazy wild movie and all. I didn't like it that much. Barbarian takes place in Detroit. I'm from Detroit, and they just made it look like a whole, war scene and all that. Granted, I know it was supposed to be in one of the rougher areas of Detroit, but I'm just tired of that narrative when it comes to things in Detroit. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't like Barbarian that much overall, just as a movie. It was okay, but whatever. And so the fact that it's from the director of Barbarian, that kind of concerns me a little bit. But I will say I've been seeing that Weapons so far from critics, it has a 100% Rotten Tomato score. That in itself gives me a little bit of promise about the movie. Now, as I skim through it, first of all, they showed this scene right here with Josh Brolin and Julia Garner in it. They're at the town hall, and it seems like it's almost going to be not straight horror, but it's going to be somewhat of a drama too. And I thought it might have been more drama, kind of like The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That movie was more of a drama than it was a horror. Like about half of the movie took place in a courtroom. So it seems like this might have some drama elements to it a little bit. And as long as it doesn't take away too much from the horror of the horror movie, then I won't mind that too much, because I do like a good drama also. And overall, I like a good story. I like good execution. So, but then when we get a little bit further into it, we scroll up a little bit, and then also we see, I forget his name. Is it Brad Wong? He's been in some of the Marvel movies. I'll have to look that up. It's kind of surprising to see him in it, but then, we get to scenes like this. You have it seems like in horror movies, the obligatory light area surrounded by darkness, and it's kind of to set a tone. I don't mind it. I'm just saying that it is somewhat obligatory and all. Now, this scene right here, this is when you can tell that things are going to be creepy in the movie. Some people get freaked out by little kids playing as like spirits or possessed people, things of that sort. it seems like we're getting more into like horror elements in here. Now, the thing that got me, it seems like it can be creepy, and it's not really the creepiest thing, but to me it is. These kids that are just running around like that right there. So this right here kind of makes me think of like several different zombie movies. World War Z, 28 days or 28 weeks later. Like just these kids running around and all. And then bam, you know, just them getting hit by the car right there. So it kind of makes me think of a couple different things. Also makes me think of A Quiet Place a little bit, just from the imagery, not necessarily, you know, the story or anything like that, but just the imagery of it. Just the way it's shot. I should say the cinematography of it. But I am excited about this movie. It does seem like it's going to be pretty creepy. Like I said, it has a Rotten Tomato score of 100% thus far. So I think that right there is just something worth being excited about. And it's coming out next week. Let me look this man's name up. Benedict Wong. Yes. Yeah, his name is Benedict Wong. So I was close, but I wasn't close enough. So once again, I'm going to say that I am excited about this movie. I have been excited about it for a while now. Excuse me. It even seems like it has people that are not fans of horror movies that are at least curious about this movie. You know, my best friend, he's brought it up to me at least twice, saying that I need to check out the trailer. He's not really big into horror movies, and he's like, man, check this movie out. You know, it looks like it's going to be really good. Also, it seems like horror movies in general are slowly getting better and better, because for the longest, unless you just like horror movies, people thought that they were stupid. People didn't respect horror movies, things of that sort. And, you know, there's always going to be people that don't watch them for their own specific reasons. But overall, a lot of people didn't watch them just because they thought that the story was stupid. They thought that the actions were stupid, that the characters were stupid. And in a lot of ways, people have been correct. I've said this several times, and I'll say it again. I believe that when it came out in 2017, that started to create a shift in the way horror movies are written and produced and directed now. And it's starting to appeal more to more people. And being a huge horror movie fan that I am, that makes me happy. I'm glad that it's starting to appeal to more than just a small niche group of people at this point. So when that comes out next week, I'm hoping I can see that and let you all know what I think about it. But see Weapons and let me know what you think about it. Matter of fact, leave in the comments. Let me know if you plan on seeing this movie. Let me know if you're interested in horror movies at all. And whether you're into horror movies or not, let me know if you are interested in Weapons when that comes out. And let's have a conversation about that. Now, before we end this video, I want to talk about one more bit of cinematic news. So as most of us know, Fantastic Four, The First Steps just came out in theaters on July 25th. Now, it seems that the Marvel franchise is trying to pick things up. I did see Thunderbolts, and I'll say that Rotten Tomatoes has they've given the Fantastic Four an 86% Rotten Tomato score. That's very good, and it's almost as good as Thunderbolts, which as of right now has an 88%. So that shows that there might be something good happening with the Marvel franchise that we've been missing. A lot of people have superhero fatigue at this point, but again, I stated before, I like a good storyline in a movie. You know, that's the main driver for a lot of movies and all. And I think if the storylines got better again and they're consistently better, then there wouldn't be so much fatigue. The fatigue will probably still be there, but I don't think there will be so much of the superhero fatigue that so many people are saying that they have at this point. But I don't want to talk about the movies and their performance per se. I bring up the Fantastic Four because there is a certain item that they're advertising with the Fantastic Four now. This item happens to be a popcorn bucket, but it's not just any popcorn bucket. The Fantastic Four The Fantastic Four has on sale what is the Guinness World Record for being the biggest popcorn bucket. Now, this bucket is a limited edition collector's item, and it is in the shape of Galactus's head. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four yet, but from what I understand, Galactus is the threat in this movie. He is the villain. For those that don't know about Galactus, Galactus basically travels the universe eating planets. So that's why he's a threat here, because he's coming to Earth to eat the planet. He sends out the Silver Surfer to let the world's protectors know that he's on his way, and they will all be destroyed because he's coming to essentially destroy the planet because he needs to eat it. So now how it plays out in the movie itself, I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to show you this bucket. Yeah, so this is the bucket right here that they are advertising for the Fantastic Four. This is the character Galactus. This is his head. Now, just kind of scroll through a little bit so you can get an idea of what this looks like. Now, with this bucket, I'll just give you a quick description of it. It's made of plastic, but it has a metallic finish to it. And this bucket is also 17.5 inches tall. So I can't show you how tall that is because I'm terrible at eyeballing things, but that's tall for a bucket. And then not only is it 17.5 inches tall, but it is 20 inches wide. Now, keep in mind that is with the wings, or not the wings, but the horns attached to it. So you can take the horns off. You see, you can take the horns off the side of the bucket. And then even so, with the horns unattached, it's 9.6 inches wide. So it's still almost 10 inches wide without the horns attached to it. Now, this bucket also has LED light up eyes, and it also holds 361 ounces or 10.6 liters of popcorn. Now, most of us don't know how much a single ounce looks like, let alone 361 ounces. Most of us might struggle a little bit to understand how big 1 liter is, let alone, what did I say, 10.6 liters. So put it like this. If you take 5 bottles of pop, it's more than 5 bottles of pop. If you take more than 5 bottles of pop, like 5.5 bottles or 5.25 bottles of Coke, that's how much popcorn fits into this head. Now, to give you an actual visual of what you would be in store for if you were to buy this thing, check this out. Yep, that right there is what you can expect if you buy this bucket. Now, before, when I looked into this, I saw that a shipment should have been available as of today, August 1st. I went back and looked on the website again today, and the date has changed. Now it says that available shipment is now available for December 5th. So that's just a little bit over 4 months from now, as of recording this video. 4 months from now, to have this giant head to hold popcorn into it. So that's what, a third of a year out. A third of a year out it is. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know why the date has shifted. I don't know if it's because they ran out of inventory because they had so many people that did a pre-order for this popcorn bucket. I don't know if maybe something happened in manufacturing and they had to push the date back. I really don't know. I just know that it was supposed to ship out today for the pre-orders, and now it's saying December is a ship out day. So maybe it's a second round. I don't know. Now, if you are interested in buying one of these, you can buy them both online and you can buy them in person. I would suggest checking before you go to get it if you plan on going to the theater specifically to buy them in person. But if you want to buy them online, you can go to the AMC Theaters website. They have a store called The Shop. You can go to the Regal Cinemas website. The name of their store is the Regal Store. Or you can go to the Cinemark website, and I believe it's just called Cinemark. So yeah, you can get these online or you can get them in person. But again, if you're going specifically to buy a bucket, I would suggest that you check ahead of time, call ahead to make sure that they actually have the buckets in stock in person. Because if it's taking them till December before they can ship them out to the pre-order people, then that tells me that there might be a lot of scarcity or non-existence for buying them in person at this point. Don't know. I'm just saying, cover yourself before you go do that. Now, I know you're probably asking at this point, how much are these buckets running for? They are going for the price of, and you might have seen it on here already when I was showing it, $80. $80. So personally, I'm not about to spend $80 on a bucket for popcorn. Now, I do understand this is a collector's item. People collect things. They like to collect things. I'm not one that collects things much at all and never have been. I collected stickers growing up as a kid. Back in the 90s, I collected some Pogs, but that's about it, really. I've never really collected anything over my lifetime. So I might have a different mindset than the people that actually like to collect collector's items and things of that sort. So with that being said, do with that what you will. I know it's for some people, it's just not for me. With that being said, Weapons is coming out on August 8th. That is next week. And I am very much looking forward to that. So I just want to thank everybody for watching this video, coming and checking out the video with me. And before you leave, once again, I'm going to ask that you like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Let me know that you liked the video, or let me know that you didn't like the video. And also in the comments, let me know what's been your favorite MCU movie since Endgame. I'm gonna say mine is probably Spider-Man No Way Home. I know technically Spider-Man is Sony, but for sake of argument, let's say that the 3 Spider-Man movies are part of the MCU, because why not? We'll let them be part of the better part of the Marvel franchise of movies. All right, thanks a lot. Once again, thank you for watching the video. My name is Dwayne McAllister, and this is my 3 cents. Thanks.